be a rather lengthy storing video just because I'm finally putting away a bunch of Ace stuff, which is like all of this and then some random stuff I've gotten over the last few months. But before I start on these, I just wanted to open some stuff that I got finally on camera. So the first is this Sungyeon doll. I think it was from like last year. And then production took a couple months, but I finally got it. So I did want to open this. So it's a fox doll. This is kind of like the face they get. So it's his signature orange and blue colors. It comes with a bunch of cute little freebies that the creator made. So it has like a little ID picture for the fox, a sticker, and a little ID card. So cute. My favorite thing is that it has like the double eyelid line that Sungyeon has on his one eye, and they put that on the doll. So freaking cute. And this is like my second fan-made Sungyeon doll. I also have, I think, the puppy. There's also a sand fox out there that I kind of want. But that was from like 2 years ago, I think. But let's get him out. He's so cute. Okay, so here he is. He's so cute. So they have little paws. He's orange and blue, classic colors. And then, yeah, in his face, you can see it has the lines for his double eyelid that he has on his one eye. So cute. Adorable. I can't wait to put it somewhere and take pictures of it. And then I also got my Ten stuff finally. I just got these two keychains, key rings that I'm going to put on his binder. And then these are the trading cards that I got. I don't remember what my pulls were. Oh, okay, I got the one selfie and then a bunch of scratch off. Cute. I don't know what I'll be keeping for photocards because I am downsizing my Ten collection a bit. At least my non-album stuff. And then I also got the plushie. And I also got the large plushie. I don't remember if I unboxed that. It should come with a photo card. Ooh. So cute. Oh, it's got a little tag that says 10. Adorable. It's really soft. His little crown. Again, love. Definitely put this on a bag. And then the photo card really quick. At least it's got a backing. 10 is an iconic peace pose. The first pile I have here are for the merchandise release, I believe. Yeah. So this is for My Girl merchandise. I think it's all of this, which should be in my merchandise binder for Ace. So the last merchandise release was for Changer, I believe. Yeah, so it's Changer. And I do have a spot set up for it. And since it's only 4 members, it's a little easier to lay it out. So these are the wristband Polas, 1 per member. And then I think they also raffled off the actual Polaroids. Love them. So they're gonna go up top. This was such a good era. It was a great song. I just wish Yuchan was able to promote with them. Oof. And then the next 4, I think these ones were the Windbreaker, which will go on the second half. And I'm actually working on filler for my Ace binders, so it's actually getting somewhere. But it's easier to start from current eras and then work my way back. So this one will be up next, since I'm still working on Pinata. So that's this page. And then next I have I think these are the laptop pouch. I am missing WoW still, and I have a Donghoon and a Junhee up for trade still. So if you have WoW and you would like to trade for one of them, please DM me. So I will put these in here. Yeah, my lighting's also gonna be a little crazy. And then we have the stationary photo cards, which are some of my favorite. I just love this little like nerdy classes look. I do have this full set. I think this WOW PC is the only one I'm looking for this era. Unlike Overturn, which I'm still looking for a couple things for that one. So if you are selling or trading, I have a couple on my page up. So that is this page. And next up are the L holder photo cards. So there were 3 sets, one for each version. This is the L holder. And they did similar, like, from the concepts. But very cute. Love these. And if I can remember, I do have a layout in mind. I think this will fit in here. Yes, perfect. And then the second set. And then the third set will go on this page. And then the rest of this page will be the ID photos and then the lanyard photo cards. So this will be the filler for here. And then these are the IDs, which are PVC, so they're like really thick. Hopefully they don't warp anything. Okay, so that is this page and these 2 sets, or I guess 3 if you count the IDs. And then finally, we have the event PCs. So these ones were, you got 1 per, I think like 30 or 40,000 won that you spent. And buying OT5, I did get the whole set. And yes, I do spend a lot on Ace, but I only really fully collect Ace and Woods anymore, and Wood is currently enlisted, so Ace got all my attention. And these are more concept photos, which I love. They look like the American high school trend that Korea was into for a while. I think I just have a filler for this page, which is weird because those other pages are missing one. Usually I put multiple in. So the last thing for the merchandise are the stickers. There's like a bunch of stickers and they're like photo cards kind of. I'm not sure. But they're so cute. And I did I guess, pick a layout for this, but we'll see how that works out. I'm not currently going to sleeve these. I think I'm just going to keep them in the sleeves. No. I think I'm just going to put them in the pockets. If they move around too much, I'll probably take them out and sleeve them at some point, but for now, it does not have to be all crazy. So yeah, and then there's also all of these ones. I'm guessing I probably did the back and decided to just put them in the back of them. So this is Wow's dog, Poby. Adorable. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna pop the rest in the back. And then this is Bonghoon's dog Balin, which is, in case you didn't know, a nickname for like Balenciaga. And then each member had a sticker. And I think I've forgotten whose is who. Okay, if I had to guess, this would be Byungkwan. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this would be Byungkwan. I'll put it in here. Red is my guess Junhee, which it doesn't make sense if you're looking at it from this page, but I'll explain. I would guess this one is Bonghoon because it has blue. Yeah, so since these are moving around a lot, I probably will come back and put stuff in. And then this is probably Wow's, guessing completely based off the purple, since that is his color. And then 2 more puppy stickers, which I think I'll put here. Kobe looks like fried chicken in the earlier pictures so much. Okay, this is for Supernatural, which we will get back to. I'm kind of trying to stay in chronological order so I don't get confused. But the next thing would be concert merchandise, which is in the back. So their last concert was Overturn, which was only the 4 members. And then we have the Rewind Us tour merchandise, which was an amazing experience because I did go to the New York City show. I would have loved to follow them around the country, but I am not rich. And the New York one was the closest. And by closest, I mean still like a 6.5 hour drive. So I did go to this concert for New York. I did get VIP, and then I also got backstage just because it was my first Ace concert and like my second K-pop concert ever. So I really wanted a great experience and to do as much as I can. And it was also a birthday gift to myself because my birthday was a couple months before the concert, and that's when tickets went on sale. All of this is for the concert, which was an amazing experience. I got to meet some people that I've known online for quite some time now. I was in row, like the second row back, kind of in the middle. Amazing, amazing experience. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got into the New York fan sign that was the day before, and that was also an amazing experience. Like, I don't even believe it when I think about it. The only reason I think it's real is because there's actual video proof. Shout out to my sister for filming an adorable, adorable video of me and all the members. And also thank you to everybody that I ran into. I have all of my freebies, which I have not figured out a way to display yet. I think I want to do a shadow box with some of my stuff, even if it's just a small one. But beautiful bracelets. I made like a bunch of bracelets and rings for the concert. People gave out some amazing stuff. I made a little charm. Peace, New York. My sister went with me for this concert, and she is not into K-pop. But she loved the concert. She fell in love with Donghoon. That is her new bias. And she's just a great person, so she loved it no matter what, even if she didn't know half of what was going on. So I also did some freebies to give away at the concert. I think I made like 1,000 and something. And I also gave away like official cards and some of the rings and bracelets that I made and a bunch of stickers that I got. So these ones are the photos that MMT released while promoting the concert. They're just adorable, so I wanted to make some cards for them. I do plan to put them in here. I just do not know where yet. And then the backs I also designed based off the tour poster, and then my handle, and then just a little star next to the New York stop because that's the one I was at. And then I also made these ones. So as soon as I made these, they had more recent OT5 selfies that like were cohesive, but these are also adorable and they have the same back. So I gave out a bunch of these as well. Unfortunately, I don't have my LA fan sign cards. They are still on the way. I think the group order manager is having some issues or something. I'm not sure, but I did order these. And of course, I did not get into the LA fan sign. So I am looking to buy the LA fan sign winner photo cards if anybody is willing to part with them. I have purchased Byungkwan separately so far, so I'm just missing the other 4 members. And I'm gonna put this here for now, since I don't want to add like another page with just one card in it. So LA fan sign still in the works. Yeah, I had to label everything because it was very, very confusing. And there's a lot of stuff at this point. I think My Girl era was like over 400 photo cards. So for this one, I'm gonna put it in member order. So Junhee, Donghoon, Wow, Byungkwan, and Yuchan. And then each column will be a different one. So it'll be the New York fan sign, the New York fan sign winner PCs, and then this will be the, I think it's Kpop Nara, I don't know how it's pronounced, Kpop Nara merchandise event PCs that they had. So if you bought merchandise from them the weekend of the concert, you got one of 5 photo cards for however much you spent. I didn't actually know that. I just wanted to buy some merch in person, and I needed the tote bag because I did not purchase that separately. And then I pleasantly found out that I got those cards, which is great because I was so frazzled that weekend. So these are the New York fan sign photo cards. And they all have a little message on the back. Oops, Yuchan's over here. Love you, New York, and then love you, New York. So cute. So those ones will go in this first spot. And this is the layout I use when I'm trying to save space because Ace have so much stuff now, especially for the My Girl era. Like the entirety of last year was crazy. And then in the center, oh, just so in case you're curious, this is just the parking pass from the parking garage outside of the mall where the fan sign was held, so that's why it's in there. And then we have the fan sign winner photo cards for New York. So same backs, I think, just a different color and then a different photo concept, which I do not remember where this is from. And sorry, that was out of focus. Yeah, amazing experience meeting them face to face. I met them for the fan sign and got to talk to them, and it was amazing. I was not prepared, honestly. Like, I tried to prepare, but then it was also so much going on that I felt underprepared. And then the next one were the Kpop Nara merchandise cards. So they had some like cute selfies. And the packs are really cute too. And Yu-chan with a little hat. Dude, I might have to replace these pages because they're super tight. So that is everything for these 3 sets. Amazing, phenomenal, show-stopping. And then we have the next 3 sets, which are, so the first set are the Ace tier PCs. So depending on what VIP package you got a photo card set and a signed postcard and like a memorabilia ticket. I think I got either C or E tier. I think I got E tier because I got send off. Yeah. So these are the Ace tier cards. The backs are all the same. We have Donghoon, wow, Byung-hwan, loves jewelry, and Yu-chan, so cute. I say that so much for Yu-chan. I just missed him for My Girl era, so it was just nice to see him. He was originally sick right before the New York stop. And I 100% thought he wasn't going to perform because he was sick. But then they notified us that he would be performing for the New York stop, and I think the rest of the tour as well, which was amazing. I would have been happy with 4 members, but I was over the moon that I got to see all 5 members for the first time. And then we have the backstage photo card set. So if you bought the VVIP package, you get to go backstage and meet them before the show and like kind of talk with them and get a postcard signed and then get a tour of the stage back there and like their dressing room and everything. It was really cool. And in that package did come a photo card set. So they're this Band-Aid set, which are so freaking cute. They're in these like little vests and they're so stinking cute. Wow, so cute. Byung-hwan and Yu-chan. Yu-chan looks so serious. So yeah, amazing concert. I got some great footage, which I've only watched back probably 1 time because it doesn't feel real. And the last set are the Be My Ace photo card set. I totally forgot to do these when I went there, but if you showed proof that you went to the concert way before enlistment and COVID, you got a special photo card set. I did not go on that concert, but somebody let me use their proof, but then I was so busy that day, I totally forgot to do it. Then I just purchased these separately later. There was too much going on that weekend that I'm not even surprised I forgot to do this. I didn't even remember to buy merch at my stop, but luckily I had asked somebody to buy merch way before in the concert because I just assumed I would forget anyway. And also I wanted to get some extras for some of my group order joiners, especially the international ones, because having exclusive stuff for different places is super annoying. And it's always nice to help someone else out so that if it flip-flops and there's other stuff in other countries, you can help each other out. So that's these 3 sets. Oh my gosh, this just makes me so nostalgic. And then this is the postcard. This is the one I personally got signed. I think SHINee is the first one to sign it, so he wrote my name, and then all of the members signed it. Love, love, love. And then in the back I have, this is just the one that comes with your VIP package. So that one is signed, I think, beforehand. And then these are my concert. Yeah, I did get E tier, and then this is the fan sign bracelet. I was number 28 for the fan sign. So those are back there. And then, crazy enough, I won the Polaroid event for the concert. So if you tweeted, you know, your concert experience and put all the hashtags in, you got entered in for a raffle for like 5 Polaroids for the concert. And then it was announced after the concert and everything. They announced the winners, and then I was like, oh, didn't win, that's fine. And then 2 days later, I got a DM from MMT that was like, congrats, you won, send us your information to confirm your, you know, winning. And I was like, what? I thought they already announced. And then I went back and looked, and it said if you didn't claim the prize within 48 hours, they would draw again. So I kind of feel bad because this is definitely, somebody else won this, but then didn't respond to MMT. So then they redrew and somehow I won it. And it's crazy because it's WOW who is my bias, so I was just over the moon. And I did think it was a scam at first, so I had to like triple check that it was the official page and everything. I totally didn't think I was gonna win and was so happy when I did. I was over the moon. Okay, and then we go on to the merchandise for the concert. Random trading cards for the merchandise. And then there was like shirts and a tote bag, which I do have one of the shirts. I have this one. And then I do have the tote bag, which I do use pretty regularly. So there were also trading cards. You got, I think, 3 out of 15. And I do have the full set. They're kind of like 3 different concepts. So there is the blowing a kiss version. The backs are all the same. Youngkwan's is so cute. And then like holding the face version, I don't know. Or I like to call it the cheek squish version. WOW is adorable here. So cute. Oh, his glasses. And then we have the hoodie version. Curious as to like why they all have the same hoodie. Oh, I see. They made merch for My Girl Era. That's what it's from. I think for this one, I did it. Yeah, each version will go in a column. So yeah, besides the merch I bought on the day of the fan sign, which was just some photo cards and a tote bag because I needed a bag, I asked some lovely people from my Instagram to get me some merch at an earlier stop because I completely forgot to. Oop, not there. One thing I remember from the concert was that it was really, really hot. It was like 90, I think it was like high 90s. And like one song in, every single member was dripping sweat. Like the whole concert was so hot. Seriously. I've only been to 2 K-pop concerts, one for Woods and then this one for A.C.E. But all of the fans are just so amazing. I know there's like toxic people out there and I've seen stuff on the internet, but like, I don't know. They were also great people, which I think should be highlighted more than those who, you know, may not shine the best light on the fandom. So yeah, trading card set complete. And then this is my spot for the European PCs. So the European stop had these photo cards. This is from, I don't remember what this photo shoot is from, but I really like WOW's. There was other exclusive like totes and shirts for the European leg, but I didn't get too worried about that stuff. I just wanted anything like paper related since I try to collect that stuff for A.C.E. So I asked somebody to get me the photo cards, and they were super sweet and helped me get them. And then these are the Paris Stop Cafe PCs. I think A Choice created a fan cafe for the Paris Stop, and Beat kind of collabed and promoted it, so they got an exclusive photo card set for the stop. I'm still missing SHINee. I do have, I think, I think I have Yuchan, Wow, and Donghoon up for trade on my page, so if you do have that one, please, please, please trade it. I'm also willing to buy it, but please don't make it an outrageous price. And I'm just gonna put them in here until I get the last one I need because I only have so much space left. But I think that was really cool. I think they also stopped by the cafe to meet fans, which was adorable. And thank you to the person who helped me get these. You are a lifesaver. Everybody else ended up not being able to help me, and the one person pulled through, so thank you so much. And then we have the rest of the merchandise. So for the Latin American and European tour, it's not just the European leg. There was a bookmark. It was holographic, had all of the stops on the back. Very cute. And then these are the film strips for the US leg of the tour. And then we have some unit photos. Hyungline and Maknae line, these are so cute. And then we have some memorabilia tickets from the ACE VIP tiers. And then this is the freebie they gave away at the Paris Cafe event. So I just have that back here. And then these are the postcards from the US tour merchandise. It's a whole set. 2 of each member. So freaking adorable. And then some random shots of a cat. And then these are the stickers. So 1 for each member. Super cute. And that is everything for the USA tour merchandise that I have. The next thing will be Supernatural. So the Supernatural promo happened kind of in the middle of the tour. They released the single and then did a lot of promo stuff, did 8 million different version and remixes, and then a fan sign. And then they also visited a merchandise pop-up that they collabed with in the California, I believe. So that is the next set of stuff. I did get into the Supernatural video call that they held. Funny enough, the video call was the night before I left for my Labor Day trip with my friends. So I was at my friend's house in like her office on a blow-up mattress, and I was just no makeup. Had to give my whole fan call experience, and it was adorable. The members were amazing and like teased me because I was like hiding my face the whole time because it was like the middle of the night and I had to get up early for the drive to the mountains. So that was a fun experience actually, but I do not recommend ever having to do it again. For getting into the video call, you also got some fun stuff. This is the Photocard set. Stunning, stunning choice for cards. Like, these are an attack. And then you also got a Polaroid, I think. I think everybody did, or maybe they were random to 5 people. But I did get one. I have Yuchan, and it's gorgeous. I've shared it before on my Instagram. I'm gonna pop these in here. So this was right after, like a couple months after the concert. They finally held this video call. And so it was like really cool to see the members after the tour and just tell them how amazing they were. And then I'm just gonna put the Polaroid here. And then I did that wrong. Photo cards out of order, apparently. So we'll come back to that in a minute. I was wondering why there was filler on one and not on the other. Okay. And then the rest of the fan sign goodies were signed postcards. So they're just signed to my name and then signed by each member. And I did see that one choice on Twitter, like, didn't get a signed SHINee one. Like, they just forgot to sign it. I thought that was weird. I don't know. It was a weird fan sign, hosted by a completely different company than usual. And they, like, doxed everybody's email by, like, CCing us all instead of BCCing us. And then, like, this was delayed. The announcements were delayed for weeks and weeks and weeks. So it was interesting for that company to be heading it. But it worked out in the end, I guess. Okay, so if we go back, before they did the video call, they did the pop-up event during the tour in the US leg. They collabed with Shoot, which is a photo booth store in California. I'm not familiar with it. So they had a little event. You could stop by and do special ACE frames, and I think ACE even showed up at the event, which was really nice of them. But there were Photocard events, so these are the Photocards. They're a little longer and really beveled than normal ones, but I am not surprised. We have one for each member. I love this WOW one so much because it makes me think of the iconic group selfie they have. I need to get a different colored filler for this page since I messed those up. And then they also did an event where if you purchased the merchandise, you got entered into a raffle for signed photo prints and a signed poster. So I did try for those, and I was super lucky and I got a signed photo print and a signed poster. My signed poster is Yuchan. It's ginormous, so I will not pull it out right now. I freaked out when I saw which one of these I pulled because this is the one that I really wanted out of, like, I think there's 6 that you could get because WOW looks so freaking good in this. And they're also adorable. And then these are the mini posters, as they were called, but they're literally just photo prints, which was one of the merchandise items you could get. I know they're like squished in here, but I needed to save space. And then we move on to KCON merch, which is in the other binder. This was a pain in the ass. I do not have all of the cards for this because the merch was hard to get. It was exclusively offline, and then there was exclusively online stuff. The event PCs for these were a mess. I thought I got the online ones because I could do the online one. I wasn't going to fly to California for the offline. But apparently didn't buy the right stuff because you had to buy a certain amount and a certain product or something, and the company would not relent. So I'm still looking for those as well. I think I have 4 on the way. I think I have 1 for the online merch and 3 for the online merch on the way that I found from somebody on Twitter. But I do have the booth PCs and the PVC wallet photo cards. So I did do an unboxing for the merch in a previous video. And then these are the cards. So these are the booth PCs. So B Entertainment had a booth at the KCON LA Center, and they gave away scent cards for people in their company. I was able to get the ACE ones. They have a song and some lyrics on the back for each member. I love these. They're from the Supernatural promo era. And then these are the Polaroids for the PVC wallet, which I do have. So if you do find the rest of the online and offline photo cards that I'm looking for, please hit me up. I would love to complete those collections. KCON, I hate KCON, to be fair. Wish they would bring it back to New York, honestly, so that maybe I could go see some of my faves, especially if ACE went. But the way they handled the merchandise for selling this time around, awful. So that is everything for these ones. Oh, that entire thing was out of focus. I'm so sorry, but these are completed. And then I do have the IDs up on the top. Okay, I'll toss this in here. I also have some Japanese KCON merch. So they did photo prints for KCON in Japan. I'm missing the group ones. There's 2 group ones as well. But I at least have all of the member ones, which is nice. So I'll toss these in here really quickly. I'm going to leave the top blank so that when I eventually get the group ones, it'll be a nice layout. make them look nicer eventually. I wish we had one of everybody in the hanbok look for Fave Boys, but I guess that's asking too much. And then finally Yuchan. I love this sassy little hip strut he's got going on. The photo prints for the Japan merch. And then regular online merch. Maybe I should put those in the back, so they're the Japanese ones. I should put the regular merch in the front. So the rest of this merch are photo prints, which for some goddamn reason do not fit in a 4 pocket like they should because they're photo prints. They're like, I swear to God, 2 millimeters too big. But they're absolutely adorable. I showed them all off in my unboxing for this. So I have to use 2 pockets for them, which is such a waste of space. I do plan to move my Ace collection over to Meow Cafe A4 Plus binders, which will hold these perfectly fine. But I'm starting with the new era because I definitely need it because there's just so many cards and they're not going to fit well into 9 pocket pages. I can't do 5 on a 9 pocket page because that would be so many pages and like 2 binders probably because there's like hundreds of cards. But for now, I'll have to put them in here like this until I slowly work my way back to archive all of this in better binders. Not sponsored or anything. I just really needed to find something that would fit my collection goals and plans. And I guess that one is the best, even though it's really expensive. It's the best system for what I want. I really contemplated the 12 pocket one so hard, but I like the idea of everything being in chronological order. I didn't want to do like a 12 pocket for all my photo cards and then a regular A4 for like all the non-photo card stuff. I just wanted it all to be together, so I went 10 pocket. So these are all in there. And then I need 2 more 2 pockets. Okay, and the last thing for KCON are the Haru film. So there's a photo booth that you could do, and there's like a bunch of different locations. And you could take photos with Ace, so you would be in these, but I had someone go and collect just empty frames for my collection. I usually do it like this so that Yuchan isn't soloing on the second page. And I think that's all I have for KCON. I contemplated putting in, I'll just toss this in here so that, I don't know. I contemplated putting in all of the postcards, but I probably won't do that until I've switched over to the A4 Plus because I don't want to toss them all in there. But maybe I will off screen, I don't know. And I think that's it for tour merchandise and KCON and everything that happened during the eras. The rest I have are random Ace PCs and then non-Ace stuff, finally. So I have some other Ace stuff to put away. Ooh, I have some really exciting older stuff as well. Oh my gosh, I forgot there's some really great stuff I haven't been able to put away in forever. So I think I have one thing to put away in this binder, and it's for the Remember Us DVD. So for Yuchan, so for the Remember Us photo book and DVD, I found a signed Yuchan PC. I was really happy to find for a good price. So I'll put this in here. And I think this extra one, I will just toss in the bag here. and I will probably sell it eventually, just not right now. Oops, wait, that's the wrong card. Sorry, they look exactly the same, so my brain did not decipher that. It's this one, because it's one of the pre-order benefits for MakeStar. Yep, okay. Okay, and then you will go in the back. And I'll probably sell them eventually. From the same seller, I also bought these two Yuchan Polaroids, which I have not deciphered what era they're from, so I do not know where I'm gonna put them. But I have one thing for my album binder. Let's see. So in here, it's still in here. Let's see. If I go back, this is kind of where my Yuchan K-drama stuff goes. And kind of in the same era, Byungkwan didn't have a full drama. I also got this group card from the event. So I'll just put these in here for now. And then the next ones are for the album binder. Okay, so in this behemoth is some stuff I have for the Adventures in Wonderland era. I found somebody selling a fan sign Soundwave benefit, so I have this now. I think I will, for now, put it on Byungkwan's page. Throw back to his Jason signature. And there's a little message in it. And I think for now, I will put it just on his page. For Adventure in Wonderland, I was lucky enough to somehow find a broadcast photo card, which I don't know where I want to put it. So I found this Byungkwan. It's either a streaming or broadcast photo card from this era, which I've never in my life seen before. So I'm gonna put this in his other page right here. For now, I was shocked that I found that. And I wish I could find the other three members, but that's the only one I've ever even seen before with my own eyes. The next thing I have is for the Fave Boys era. So for this, I have one of the streaming photo cards, I believe. But I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Maybe with the IDs. So I have this Goblin era streaming photo card. There's like, I think 15 of them. This is one of the 3 Byungkwan ones. Really surprised that I found this, but I'm gonna put it in here for now so that there's no need for a new page. So those are some rare stuff that I found in the last couple of months for Ace, which was really exciting to find. And I think that is all I have for Ace to put away right now. And then I do have all of this for all of the other groups and people that I collect. So that'll be the next binder, starting with Woods. So first up, for other things to put away, I have some rare wood stuff, which is really exciting. I have, first up, 2 more M-Wave photo cards, really exciting. I have 4 of the 6 that I've been looking for. And I'm gonna put these 2 on Hangil's page. Also really exciting to see him debut again. But always a fan of him. He's so talented. So I'm just missing one for this page and then one for this page, and the one for this one is like impossible for this page to be found. So the one I'm missing for this page is like, he's making a kissy face. And that one is super duper hard to find. And then another group one would go here. And then we go to the Whoops era. That's not it. And then for Whoops, I actually have one of the fan sign cards. One of my favorite ones too. So this is the MKM fan sign winner, which I do not know which set that would be. So I'm gonna put it here in this one spot that I have a filler for. And then you can just go bye-bye. So yeah, I have one of those. I think I'm still looking for like 4 more from this era. J Muse, Power Station, and then 2 Fan Cafe event PCs. But stoked to have this one. It was my favorite one of all of those. So thank you to the person who sold it. Oh look, they match. And then I have something for the set era. Only question is, where am I putting it? So I have the Hot Tracks fan sign card that I really, really wanted, and somebody who dropped their Woods collection sold to me. I don't know if I have a space in here. This one's like perfectly filled. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, see, I have this one over here too. So I'm gonna take this one out of here and very regrettably start another page, even though I think I'm only missing like 6 other special photo cards for this era. I'll put these in here, even though I do not have anything else for them. So this is the Hot Track fan sign card. This is one of the K-Town For You benefits that may or may not count depending on who you talk to. And I'm missing, I think, 6 more, including the other one for this one. So I will start a new page since it'll fill that one eventually one day. And then I have stuff for the Uli World Tour, which is in the other binder. And if we flip to the back, this is where concert stuff starts. And I have concert PCs to put away. Next I have the Kuala Lumpur, I think is how it's pronounced. Kuala Lumpur, something like that. I have the tour cards for this, which technically come after the Jakarta ones down here, but I don't really have space for them here. I think I'll rearrange these Japan ones so that these can go, because I also have the Bangkok one. So these are the Jakarta. Very cute. I like them. I really like the design for them. And then I have this one Bangkok photo card out of like, I think 6 or 8. So I'm gonna move these around so they all fit on this page. So in terms of order, the Kuala Lumpur go before the Bangkok, so I'll just put these 2 here and this one here. Yeah, not a great layout, but until I get, yeah, I think I'm missing 7 more of the Bangkok cards, this will work for now. And I think that's it for Woods. He comes back in like a few months in September, which is not soon enough, but I'm so proud seeing his stuff blow up in Korea right now, especially Drowning. Finally getting some recognition that he well deserves. Surprise, I moved my BTS and a couple other smaller collections to different mini A5s. I did not like the warpiness of the Beyond D ones. These are a little bit more tough. So I have 1 card for BTS, who I do not really actively collect anymore, but there are just some old stuff that I really, really want, and some older sets that I absolutely adore. Oops. So I found this J-Hope card on Poke Market, decently priced, so I have it. I'm just missing V for this set. And then I really want to collect some OT7 sets, but not quite there yet. My other goals kind of trump it. And then my random collection was moved to this one. It's not in black. My Hanse collection, and then here we go. My Q collection. I have 1 card that I bought for him recently, and it is just this really cute face squishing one from I don't even know where. So I thought I'd get that and put it in here. And then the next one is for my mini binder. And then for this mini one that I have one card. This is kind of just miscellaneous groups and stuff. Like, so random. But I think I'll move a page forward. So for in here, I just bought a random Soul PC from P1 Harmony. If I could collect every single group ever in existence and my bias from them, I would totally collect P1 Harmony. I do like their music a lot. And I think Soul is just adorable. He is my bias in the group. So I found a little card for like $1 and decided to put it in here. Super adorable. That's it for this one. I have 2 cards for my Taemin collection. I need to catch up with Taemin. Ever since he came back from enlistment, I don't think I've only caught up a little bit with Guilty. I'm guilty of not really keeping up with this one because I just put so much effort into Ace. But I do have these 2 pods, which I will toss in here. Actually, which one do I want in here? I'll do this one. So I will work a little bit more on this one in the coming months. Same with, actually I think it's just this collection I really want to put a dent in this year. And I need another page. So I'll put this in here and hopefully I put a dent because I did not collect anything for his last comeback at all. And then up next is Monsta X. So for Monsta X, I do have a couple photo cards for Honey, who is finally back from the military. Yay! I think we have 4 out of the 6, no, 5 out of the 6 at this point back. So I have some Honey cards for the Lights era. Very, very exciting ones. The first are finally completing this, like, Soundwave pre-order benefit, I believe. I remember forever ago, I was like, I'll buy enough for like 2 out of the 3 and I'll probably find the other one easily. Did not. But I finally have it, which is nice to finally complete that set. And I think this last set completes my Lights collection. I did not collect absolutely everything. I did collect a lot. But I did pull back on collecting absolutely everything for Honey, so I just collected a lot of my favorites. So the last thing I have, I believe these are the Beat Road set. Yes, Beat Road. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they're the last benefit set that I wanted for this era. And how do I want to arrange these? Yeah. He's so freaking cute. I'm so happy he's back. So yeah, that makes my Honey Lights collection finished, which is exciting. I wonder if it'll have a release soon. That'd be nice. And I have this random Honey photo card that'll go here on my random Honey photo card page. And that is it for Monsta X. Up next is one of my new Meow Cafe binders. So Vix was previously in a Beyond D A4 extra wide, and I've now moved that all over to this one. So this one held Vix and New East, and New East is actually the group I have some updates for, which is really exciting because I haven't worked on this one in a while. So I have, I think, a card for this era, right? Yeah. These ones unfortunately do not fit in the standard 6 pocket, so I kind of just have them floating in these 4 pockets for now. I'll deal with it because it's a nice quality. And then I have, I believe it's for this era, right? Yeah. And I clearly do not have a spot for it. I think I'll just toss it in the back. I know, messy, but for now it'll work. And then I'll put a different page in here. And then we have the Waken era, which I think these are the last 2 cards I need for this era. So I have Beckos and I have Wrens. And then this little set is complete which is nice. Love to see it. Okay, and then we have my Happily Ever After era, which is kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie. But I do have some cards for it. Let's see which ones they go in. So these two go on this page. I'm just gonna toss them in the middle. They're the Happily version. Oh no, they're the Once Upon a Time version. And then I have one Happily version. And this is the After Ever, yeah. Which will go here. And then I have another Becco for the Q version. So, I think I'm only collecting 3 per member per version. Yeah, that sounds right. And I have some cards for the table. I think I have a lot, yeah. So for the table, I don't have the QR codes. I have some for Becco and Ren. Actually, I might put this one here. And then I'll put these 2 here. So I just need 2 more Becco ones for that era. And one last one for the Nocturne, which I had decided to collect a little bit more for. Oh man, I have that one. Yeah, and this is always a collection I work on slowly, and honestly, it's probably the most I've had in forever. But maybe I'll do some more on this one because I love, love, love working on older stuff that's completed and not much of a rush because there's nothing new really coming out. And maybe I'll even collect some Becco and Ren solo stuff this year. We shall see. So the last chunk of my collection to put away is my Ten collection. I bought a bunch of stuff and I moved, if you can tell, all of my Ten collection over to this A5 wide binder, which was previously in a 9 pocket. Did not love the layout. I do like this one a lot more. It's very full, like too full. I need to downsize some of the non-album stuff from this. Really badly need to. But I do have some stuff to put away. Because if you look at my collection, I think this is all album stuff and the rest is all non-album. So yeah, I need to downsize that a bit. I have one thing for NCT 2023. I don't remember where this goes. I do not. Maybe here? So I have, yeah, these 2 for Golden Era. So I'll put you here and him here. Oof, so nice. I actually went somewhere with my Golden collection. I completely just dropped out during that era, I swear. And then I have 1 card for the On My Youth era. I have another 10 pop. Let me just double check I don't already have that. Okay. I don't know if I'll collect every pop now because there's like 40 each comeback, but I'll concentrate on my favorites and then collect others if I find them for a decent price. Then I have stuff for Give Me That era. So I think this is the space I have for Give Me That. And then, forgot how I was gonna lay this out. Should it be A, B, and then this one, and then SHINee? And then I need his Praying Mantis card still here. I think that's what I'll go with. I love these cards so much. This is such a cute era. So yeah, still missing A version, and then the Praying Mantis card for the box version. And then I put the ID in the back and the Praying Mantis sticker in the back. And then I do have some benefit PCs. Just a couple that I'll toss in here. So selfie PCs with like uncensored tattoo are peak. And then after Give Me That, I have stuff for their Japanese release, the highest. Yeah, the highest. I have the dual version, the party version, the solo version, and then the random version. And then, what else do I have? Oh, I have a random card from the Super One era, which is this group card I'll put here. And then I have I mean a ton of non-album stuff to put away. So in my non-album stuff, I have this card, which will go here. And then I believe this one goes here. And this one will go here. I have this card, which will go here. And then I have some trading cards from the One era, which will go back here. There is a full set for this, which I do want to work towards eventually. So then put this in here. This is a full Season's Greeting set that I will go here. This is like probably one of my favorite Season Greeting sets. And they're holographic. And I think that's it, like, for everything. That is everything I had to put away. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.